yourself to our viewers at home.
Dumela ma, dumela mbaretsi ko lapeng. My name is Meta Nchunga. I am currently serving with Phakwa as the chairperson of Christian Women Association Alliance.
Okay.
Pan-African Christian Women Association Alliance.
Okay. Nchunga, o ka re bolelehela gore Phakwa o re bolelehela all about Phakwa because re batla go isa ko batswaneng gore ba itse gore mme gone Phakwa ke eng and its mission.
Phakwa e teng Batswana. It's a very strong organization. It's international, interdenominational. Ke mokgatlo e leng gore kwa se Kresete kwa bo mme bothe ba ba Kresete ke mokgatlo e leng gore o thusa bo mme go tsamaya tsela ya Kresete. The main mission is to empower women to, both spiritually, socially and economically.
Re bona le gore gone ho le tlabo ile gore Nchunga le tlabo le tshwere yone seminara e leng gore is titled Making It Despite the Economic Downturn. Re bona mo se e leng gore re mo go sone go kwakwaletse yano o ka re bolelehela gore why is this conversation so important right now?
Emma ka o bua gore mo semong se re mo go sone go kwakwaletse go lebega go kwakwaletse e le ruri ko nte kwa go thata. The prices are high. Ha o ro bata dijo di a tura, lookwane la tura, sengwe le sengwe se go godimo. Mme rona re le ba Phakwa re batho ba re tshela mo tumelong ra dumela gore le mo semong sone se something can always come out because we believe there is absolutely nothing impossible with God. We believe women can stand up and do something as long as they use their hands. They can do something that can benefit them and try to ease the situation that looks so difficult.
Re bona le gore le tla bo le tshwerone phuthego yone le tla bo le tshwaretse gone ko kae and bolela batswana ko gae le gone gore molaetsa mogolo behind this seminar botlhokwa jwa yone ke eng?
Tutuntsho e ke e leng gore re tabe re tshwaretse ko ABM ko e leng gore ko ABM College mme gone ko re tabe re kopane re le basadi bothe ba diphuthego tsotlhe tse di harologanyeng maikaelo a rona e le go ta go nna hatse go lebisisana gore tota re ka tsaya tsela e mo seemong se re leng mo go sone se leng gore se ka re swatola mo tebegong e re lebegang re le mo go yone.
And then the title suggests gore tota mme gone it is possible to succeed despite difficult times. So what does making it look like in today's economy? Ya ka re buile gore re bona ile gore go kwakwaletse mo gompieno go gore le nna ke le keneno ke le hano ke bona go ngwe ke tla be ile gore ha ke tla be ke re tota mme ke a go kgona jang ba lona le ba Phakwa lare it is possible.
Yes, as Phakwa members we are saying it is very possible. Because we believe that with the information that we can get from the specialists or people who are able to help us, we can use it and come out with something. Tota ha re gwa kgonega re ra ka gore re lebeletse gore ya ka re itse gore mosadi ke thari ya setšhaba mosadi ga nnehela dilo di dintsi tsa ka di dirang ha bone thuto e tshwanetseng o ka ikemela ka dinao a rekisa sengwenyana hale a pa borotho a rekisa a dira dikoko a rekisa a dira sengwenyana hela se leng gore se ka dira gore go nne le letseno mo lapeng.
Ya ka bua ka gone hong gore o le motho wa mme gona le gore o ka rekisa dikoko o ka ira sepehale hale o ka re bolela gape le gone gore mme gone what more as a participant ke le kinelo what should I expect from tsone dithutuntso tse leng gore le tla bo le di tshwere gone ko ABM?
Mo dithutuntsong tse re tabeng re di tshwere re tabe re na le bodiredi jo bo hapegileng bodiredi jo eleng gore botabo bota gore ruta ka dilo tse di harologanyeng jo eleng gore botabo bo botago gore thathelela ta ke dirise le hoko gore thathelela mo go se re ka se dirang re na le barutegi ba ba harologanyeng ba ba tswang ko maemong a harologanyeng mo go ba kgwebo mo go ba madi mo go ba ileng gore ke bone ba tabong ba re bontsha gore tota le ka iteka ka tsela e ntseng jang re na le dibui go tswa ko Botswana Textiles Clothing Association ko Triple A Farms ko Protocom Botswana le ba bangwe hela ba ba tabong ba le teng go tswa ko Bolia ba ba tabong ba le ho gore ba kgone gore thusa gore nyame re na le mananeo a mohuta wa go nna jana le jana a bomme ba ka a dirisang gore ba leke seemo se re leng mo go sone.
Go le gantsi wa go itlhela le gore batho ba le bantsi tota they've got this fear of starting businesses. So when I only mention what can you say to them gore mme gone ba ka dira jang gore ba kgone ba henye lone le tshogo leo la gore mme gone ke le keneilong ka ikemela ke ka simolla kgwebo hale le hale.
Go bomme nka lora ke re le tshogo ke mmaba le tshogo le ka go dia go dira dilo tse di ka go solegela molemo se o na le sone mo tlhaloganyong about business simolola the little that you have simolola don't wait to say I'm waiting to have a lot of money se o na le sone hela se se mo letsogong simolola start small and grow with it and don't fear to make mistakes. Continue and work on what you have. And as believers, we do believe that the Lord is there for you and the Lord will help you.
Ke utla yaanong a ke re lebile gore le ba phakwa le itebagantse le bomme ba sekeresete yaanong potso e leng gore ke ka go e botsa Menchungwa ke yone gore gone mme is the ditutuntso tsone tse e leng gore le tlabo le di tshwere tsone tse a di itebagantse hela le bomme kana mongwe le mongwe hela yo e leng gore o na le kgatlhego o katla a tla go ikutlwela le ene go gone go ditutuntsong tsone tsena
tota hela phakwa was birthed focusing on women. As we say, mosadi ki thari ya setšhaba. As we say, mosadi is able to multiply whatever is in the home. That is why re ntse re re bomme. But it doesn't mean that the family is excluded. Bomme ba, when a woman is blessed, the household is blessed and the whole family is blessed and the whole community. When the whole community is blessed, the whole nation is blessed. So we focus on bomme because Phakwa was birthed to equip or empower mothers.
Yan o ka re bolela gone gore yone tsone ditutuntso tse di pharologanyo yang le tse ileng gore ra di bona tse ileng gore di nna dintsi ditla tsone di bua mme le gone gape gore mme gone a di rotloetsa batho ba bomme gore ba tsene gone mo dikgwebong so se se pharologano ka yone yena ya Phakwa ke eng
selo sa ntlha se re ka sa akanyang ke gore kana Phakwa is Christian based. So mo teng re bua thata ka tumelo e re dumelang gore ga e retelelwe ke sepe. So ha motho a itshegeditse ka yone a tsaya dikgwebo tsa gagwe a di neela mo moreneng ke selo se leng gore re tsaya gore o ka fenya o ka fenya sa bobedi ke gore tota dithuto tse di lebaganye thata le maikaelelo a bomme di lebagane thata le maikaelelo a bomme mme ke motho e leng gore ha na le maikaelelo wa dirahatsa ebile she goes all the way out to make sure that sena se ikaeletse sa diragala
yaanong re ka bua hela gone gore yone seminara e re bua dituthuntsho hela batswana ga ba itse gore re buile gore di tla bo di tshwaretswe gone ko ABM di tlabe di tshwaretswe ka letsatsi le feng gone ko ABM le gone gore mme gone gore ke nne karolo ya dituthuntsho tsone tsena go tlhokagala eng a ke tlhoka gore ke reke tekete go le gongwe kana jang le tsone tseo ha ile gore go na le ditekete di bona ko kae Mentshungwa
dithutuntsho tse di tabe di tshwaretswe ko ABM ka di 29 tsa kgwedi yone mme jaaka re bua gore re batla letseno la gore re ka dira sengwe re le bomme re lopa go tsena ka 150 hela 150 pula ditekete di teng mo maranyaneng ditekete di ka bonwa mo komiting ya phakwa e leng gore dinambara tsotlhe tsa yone re ta di tsenya mo maranyaneng mme ha o tsena ko kgorwaneng o ka duela wa tsena ka tekete ha kgorwaneng
maybe what message of hope and encouragement would you like to leave our viewers who may be struggling mo botshelong ha ba re lebagane re go re lebile gore gona anong jana re imetse go mathata le one itshulelo e makgwakgwa
ba gaetso batswana re imetse go lebega go le thata mme hela se ke batang go se togela le lona ke gore there is hope you can do it go gore and don't stay alone in your corner re joineng a re tshwaraganeng matsogo re le bomme re le setšhaba re dire mmogo because together we are strong together we can make it a re neng re utwalela dilo tsa go nna yana re go go tsone modimo teng modimo a le bona modimo ke mokgontsi o ta re kgontsha
Viewers at home, about Kiba Pakwa. Please stay tuned. We are going for a quick commercial break. From them, Retlaboribuisanya le mokwadi wa buka ya The Stool and the Stand and the Sand. Please stay tuned.
After 2 adrenaline-filled seasons and 13 action-packed episodes, your iconic automotive show is back by popular demand. Join us as we embark on a journey to all corners of the car-making biosphere, all in the search for the latest news from the motorsport ecosphere to new car model reviews, off-roading adventures, and everything in between. You do not need to be a die-hard petrolhead to stay entertained. There will always be something worth learning. Das Motorist, it's where you belong.
Who is it? Wanda? Nessa? Hey! How's somebody just gonna come up in my house? What's wrong with people today? It's disgusting, despicable. You're supposed to rob somebody when they're not at home. I gave them all the signals I was here. Lights on, truck in the driveway. I'm talking to myself out loud. What more do I need to do? Did you see that? Almost clubbed around like a baby seal. What's wrong with me, America? I feel violated. I can't go on like this. I don't want you to see me like this. I got an image to maintain. Cut the camera off.
Welcome back, Hamazana Kohai. Jaga re buile gore re tlo go kopana le ene mokwadi wa buka ya The Stool and the Sand. Eno leng gore o bidwa me Lesedi Baeng. Welcome and congratulations on your book. Can you please introduce yourself?
Thank you so much. Dumela Motsana Kohai. Ke bidwa Lesedi Lucia Rebaeng. Currently, an employee of Botswana Defence Force.
Okay, me re baeng o ka re bolela hela ka yone buka ene le gore o ikwadile The Stool and the Sand. O ka re bolela gore what is that about?
First of all, I'm a reader before I became a writer. So I was inspired by the Akan people of Ghana in the Ashanti region of Ghana. These people are matrilineal, meaning they trace the lineage from the mother instead of the father. In Botswana, we trace the lineage from the father. So I was just inspired by that. And then I said, let me write something to educate someone who didn't know like me.
And the title is intriguing. So maybe you can tell us what inspired the name. Yes, I hear people from Ghana, but can you please go deeper into that? What inspired the title of the book, The Stool and the Sand? What does it symbolize?
Thank you so much. The stool is the symbol of authority in Ghana. It is their throne. Instead of saying the throne, they say the stool. So the sand represents a Motswana girl who fell in love with the person who sat on the stool of Ghana. Yes.
So like now you're bringing it home, not focusing on Ghana. What does this symbolize more? But we are trying to bring this book closer to home. I can we are not in West Africa, so remote southern. So we are trying to bring it home, Emma.
We are trying to. What I'm trying to say to a young girl in Botswana, you know what, you can make it. Ibile ke batla go ruta ngwana Motswana about what is really happening in the Western world, in Western Africa, so that if the future get them there, they may know what this is what
is happening.
Me. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So going deeper into that, what is happening in the real world go West Africa as a young girl, like say I'm not a young girl anymore. What can I expect? Maybe if I choose to get married in the Western countries, yes.
Thank you so much. I think, for example, in Ghana, the funeral is not 7 days like us in Botswana. It even takes a month for the funeral to take place, because there's 2 weeks where they choose the cloth that they'll be wearing for the funeral. And then after that, that's when the funeral take place. There are liberations. There are so many things that take place before a funeral can take place. So I'm just saying to someone, or you know what, when you go there, expect what a funeral is going to take, a month, even more than that. Especially maybe if it's a king, it may take more than that. Because for them, a funeral is a celebration of the life that person lived. For us here, we are crying. For them, they are celebrating the life of that particular person.
Okay. How long did it take for you to complete your book?
It took me a long time. I think it took me 6 months to fully complete it. Yeah, it took me a long time.
And then was there a particular moment or a personal experience that maybe influenced you on the story?
I think as a Motswana girl inspiring to reach the stars, I was inspired by me being an African, and saying that being an African, it does not only mean that I'm a Motswana. It means that I can also go abroad and get to know these people and their cultures and everything.
So in other words, you are trying to sell the Western culture to us in the Southern Africa, Ghana, because I really want to understand where you're coming from.
I'm trying to teach us about other cultures that we don't know in our own soil, because in our own soil, we do things in a particular way. In other countries, they do it in a particular way. I'm just trying to educate others, to let them know there's life beyond this. There are procedures that are done. So when you are there, maybe you are a student, you are in Ghana, don't be surprised when you see what a funeral is taking more than a month. Don't be surprised when they call their throne the stool. Know this is their culture and their way of life.
And then what are the main themes readers will encounter in this book, The Stool and the Sand?
They're going to encounter tradition versus Christianity, because this young girl, the one who gets married to the king, it's a Christian girl, but in Ghana they worship ancestors. So they are going to see the difference between Christianity and traditionalism and how love can make that one.
I'm trying to go much deeper into that, but because I know some other people in Ghana, like they are into Christianity, not or into like ancestry, you know. So I'm just trying to, I'm holding myself back, and I'm like, okay, fine. But again, maybe with this book, the Stool and the Sand, is there a particular message or lesson you hope the readers can take away?
The most important message is to respect your parents. The other message is education comes before everything. And the other message is, as a woman, you need to develop yourself before you get into marriage and be someone. You need to be someone before you go into a union, so that you may be able to feed your children after the husband has passed away or after the marriage is absolute.
Okay, that's the main theme we romela gone ko botsone gore o le motho wa mme kana motho wa mosetsana o tshwantse gore o empowere o ikemele, right? That's what you're trying to say. And then is there a particular message or lesson?
A message that is learned, what important one is about lineage inheritance, that as a person you need to have a will to be able, or your inheritance needs to be divided properly when you are gone, so that no one that you love can be sidelined when everything of that takes place. When we go through the book and we read it, we see Ufuri, the king, making a will, knowing that in their custom, when he dies, everything goes back to the stool, and then the wife will remain with nothing. So he catered for the wife, knowing fully about his culture.
Buka ene ya gago me re baeng ena le di chapter di le kae, and ha ka re lebile tsone di chapter tse, without giving away much, hela o tse yone chapter 1 hela gore, is there a sin that is more especially to you eleng gore it is meaningful?
I think it will be the chapter before the end. That is where the main character Kaugelo Bogatsu now says to the world, I'm Kaugelo Bogatsu, ke gaogetsu ke modimo o nkgolotse, and I am here. That alone, that is a Christian girl taking a stand, a girl not really Christian, a girl who has put her trust in the Lord, taking a stand to say, you cannot do anything to me because I trust in the Lord, and my name means Kaugelo. So God had mercy on me.
That I want to know.
From the shackles of the stool of Ghana, because when the husband died, now the Wohema, the queen mother, to the Akan people did not treat her well. But at the end, the will of her husband is the one that removed her from the place, and gave her victory at the end of the day.
So
the queen mother took everything, when the husband died, in their culture, everything goes back to the stool. So when the husband died, they took everything from her, and she remained with nothing. And they maltreated her because there was a 12-month period of mourning, and that 12 months, they made it difficult for her. But when the will was read, that's when she got a true victory to say, you know what, my husband loved me, God loved me, now I'm removed from the situation. I can go back home in victory with what my husband has given me and my children.
But again, even in Botswana, we've got families saying when the husband passes on, the family can take almost like everything.
Yes.
When going through all that trauma, the depression,
Very true. That is why I'm saying the book can teach readers, or make a will while you are still alive, to protect your assets, to protect your children, and to also protect something that you built while you were still alive, to make sure that even if you are 6 feet underground, your voice can still be heard beyond the grave. That is what the book is also saying. Protect yourself, protect your children, protect your assets.
Botlhokwa ke jone jo ja gore re itse botlhokwa ja gore tota mo botsholong re tshwanetse gore re nne le yone will e leng gore re tlogela go sireletsa ba re tshelang le bone.
Emma.
And then how many chapters you in this book?
Maybe 50 something. I'm not yet sure at the moment. I've not taken the copy from the publisher.
Yes. And then maybe o ka re bolella gone gore as a writer you haven't even got yourself a copy. What was the most challenging part of writing this book and maybe publishing it?
I think the challenging part was getting time, to sit down and write, because I am, full-time employed. I'm a mother, so I have to divide my time. Well, this is the time for writing, this is the time for work, this is the time for my children. So, yeah, it took a lot. I think there were so many nights that I stayed awake trying to pursue what I love, and what I know can give someone a chance, a fighting chance out in the world. And publishing, it was not that difficult. The prices were not that difficult at the end of the day.
Through that process, personally, what have you learned? Because you are a mother, you are also working. So, and also you want to do something on the side, as a side hustle. So what did you learn as a woman? Yes.
I learned that, as a woman, it's important to pursue what you love. Even if you are a mother and you still have some things to do, there has to be an identity to say, this is who she is apart from all this. I learned that as a woman, we have so many titles. You are a doctor, you are a counselor, you are a nurse, you are a chef, you are everything. So it has grown me a lot, and also to manage my time.
Yes. And also, again, when it comes to planning your things, yes, what can you say about that? Because this is part of the learning process as a woman, that because you are wearing so many titles. So as a woman, what can you do in terms of playing around your time?
I think the most important thing to do when you are prioritizing your time, you look at what is really important to you, and you prioritize looking at that and making sure that all the other things that also need your time, you are also there. It makes you efficient in everything that you do.
And then the other thing that I can ask is that how has the process of becoming an author maybe changed you? Is this your first book? And yeah, how has that maybe changed you personally?
I think, many people don't know that as an author, I don't know, it's like you live on your own world. When you are writing. Sometimes when you write, you even surprise yourself. You're like, am I really the one who wrote this? Because it will really be amazing and shocking to you at the same time. So, yeah. And also, it's not my first book. It's the first book that I've published. I think I have 4 that I have not published.
That's still piling there.
That are still piling there. I have finished them. I think I've been writing for a long time, since primary school. So now that I have arrived in the publishing arena, I'm not leaving anytime soon. Yeah, I'm not leaving anytime soon.
Amontana ka gae yo ke mme re baeng ene leng gore o kwadile yone buka ya The Stool and the Sand, and we are going for a quick commercial break, and ha re tswa ka ra tswelela re batla go itse gore tota go ele mokwadi seo se hetotse jang botshelo jwa gagwe ebile gape ele motho wa mme o eleng gore wa bereka, and she's wearing many titles. We'll be back.
Your approach will choppies, your approach will spark. If you can't put our product on the shelf, on the fridges, at least to not really appeal and batuba. Restaurant take the same.
se le gore o ka se targeta ke gore a ka re le mo breeding season yana o breede o be o keep-e bana ga di nna off season ke gone o tla bo o simolola go rekisa from di-size tse di harologaneng then ga di tla go itlha season ya breeding yaanong go tla bo gora gore batswana badi ba tla go ya go breeda ba batla breeding stoko ntse o ba supply ka tsene di breediwa ka season yone go ra re o godise tsone dikokwana tsaano ga go tla go itlha nako ra rona le stoko se se ina to supply your customers.
ba re o se bone na ka tsapodi go patagana bola ditswa le jone badimong se ke maaka maakela malata marutwa ka kgomo maakela malata masethana a sena tsa one kgologano ke na ka la phala o mokokoto makoko magopa ka mpa e sena motlhala moshimane ke tswantswe lo sekolo dithonamontswe le sa letse modu ka leletsa molodi o taba ka makodipodi ya majwe ka makodipodi ya majwe se ke matlhasedi ya Setswana thulaganyo e ka yone re upa-upang ditsangwao re upa-upang bontle re upa-upang kitso tsa Setswana tse di matshodi-matshophe ke matlhasedi ya thulaganyo e ka yone re upa-upang ditsangwao.
Welcome back, viewers at home. Ya ka ke re boleletse on studio re na le mme Lesedi Lucia Rebaeng eno le gore o kwadile buka ya The Stew and the Sand. Mme Rebaeng ra tswelela hela o ka re bolela hela mo potsong yone ele e leng gore ha ra go nwa metsi ne re le mo go yone gore how has the process of becoming an author changed you personally?
Thank you so much. You know, the process of becoming an author, it has changed me in an amazing way. You know, I have learned more about time management. I have learned more about resting. I have learned more about taking breaks and, you know, just visiting nature. Because when you are writing, the best place is just being out there in the middle of nowhere.
Ya ka ke tshwere gone ha yone bukae o ka mpolela hela mme ka botlalo hela wa re bolela gore tota mme yone bukae, who is your target market and why do you believe gore this book is relevant today?
My target market with that book is any Motswana, you know, maybe from 21 up and above. You know, that is my target market. Those who are still trying to get into the business of love, the market of love and stuff like that. And also those who are still students, you know, to learn more about cultures outside of our own. Yes.
Maybe how to become your own person, right? How to be like, how to empower yourself, you know, like everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then what conversations do you hope it will spark among readers? Taking this book. Yeah.
I think first of all, it will ask you, who are you? What do you want in your life? Where do you want to see yourself maybe in 5 years' time? You know, it will also ask you, do you want to explore beyond the borders of Botswana? You just want to stay here. What is it that you want as a young woman? Do you want to shine? Do you want to stay behind the veil? Yes.
And then also pile gore o mme wa mokwadi and you have other 3 books tse leng gore o di kwadile and ke bona gone go o tshwere leng gore e bitswa go te fully sponsored by God. So o ka re bolela hela gore o gone mme fully sponsored by God le gone gore what inspired you to write that book?
Thank you so much. I think among these books, this one is the most favorite book I've ever written, fully sponsored by God. This means the story of this young man, Denwa District, who has been sponsored by the Treasury of Heaven. You know, as someone who has gone through a lot in life and sponsored by God, you know, I said, let me write a book to someone else to tell them that the Lord can sponsor you too. I think my life got changed in 2009 when I read a book written by Lucy C. Dlamini, Amaryllis. It changed me to be the woman that I am today. So I said, let me write. In Botswana, in our culture, we teach the young woman to be who she is. We do not teach the boy child. This book, as Christian fiction, is teaching our boy child to be who they are and what the society wants them to be.
And then looking at the book, you are fully sponsored by God. Is there any particular message maybe you want to take it out there to Botswana?
There are so many messages that I want to take out from this book. The first and most important message is that as a young man, you have to start to behave when you are young for you to be able to be someone else. Number two, I am saying there are children who are not children of the books, who the books fail them. I'm saying to them, you can be someone else. As much as we need doctors, we need someone to build the hospital for the doctor. I am saying to them, vocational training, it's also a way for you as a young child, as a young boy, who the books are too difficult for you. The road does not end. And I am saying, when you trust in God, everything will be sponsored by the treasury of heaven.
And then you're saying you're going to launch these 2 books at the same time. When is the launch? And let's only book at
Thank you so much for that. The launch is on the 6th of September at University of Botswana Library Auditorium from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. in the afternoon. It will be a Sunday. The books are both $250, currently available at Poetic Blood Publishers. But if they are available in more bookstores in the future, I think we'll say that. And there are tickets for the launch. I think the admission is 150 pula. The second one is 350 pula. You get 1 book, and then you get hair oil, because we'll be doing a triple launch. We'll be launching the book, and we'll be launching the hair Luba's Wellness blends. Yes, at the same time.
And then maybe, Hela, according to your own view, how do you view the state of literature and reading in our country?
I think our state of literature in the country is still low, but I think we are going there now because we are changing with the times. Yeah, there are not so many young people or people who are reading at the time, but times are changing. We will get there.
And as somebody, it's your first time publishing, and I saw like how you felt touching these books for the first time. What advice would you give maybe to aspiring writers who have a story to tell but don't know where to begin? Because I think it took you a long time. You've got other books, maybe 2 now that you have the pages now they're out. Publish, but you've been writing years. What a message can you give out to aspiring writers?
I would maybe not aspiring writers, maybe to the publishers, bring more education to the platforms so that people may know what happens in the publishing world, how you can also publish. You know, I think there isn't much information that is available for aspiring writers to take from. So I would just say put information out there, because I think it took me more time to make the research to be able to publish, because I only knew Macmillan and others. I didn't know about the other publishers. Yes.
So like now ke tayana ke ipotsa gore mme gone ga o ise o no le opegela maybe a copy gore I take ga, and then if ha ile gore o kilo anela mongwe copy, like the response then ba go enela, how was it?
I think I gave a friend, and they were like, wow, this is beautiful. You know, I need to get to book 2, because these books are a series. This is book 1, and that is also book 1. By December, book 2 will be out.
So you want to write book 2 for The Stool and the Sand, and then book 2 for fully sponsored by God?
Yes, these books are series. So we'll be seeing book 2 in December.
Already you are working on other scale, another 2 books.
Yes, I'm working on that. When you open it, you will find out that there is chapter 1 for the next book, for book 2. There's chapter 1 for book 2. So we are already there. By December, we'll be ready.
No, we got like a writer's block. So when maybe how do you manage, and the advice they maybe you can give it go out there. But when you have a writer's block, this is what you can do to keep you going, because now that motivation at all. But whereas you have the yeah, I want to write, I want to do something.
Yeah, when you are writing. So for me, when it becomes difficult, I leave everything. I take a walk. maybe I watch a movie, but mostly what works for me is just to take a walk in nature or maybe take a drive. And then when I come back, I'll feel like I'm rejuvenated. I've realized that when you are writing, you are also putting that content in your brain. So when the content is full, that's when you would have a writer's block. So for me, I take a walk, I take a drive. When I come back, I write away.
A re tlo go bona ile gore o to go nna le tsone dilontshe tse ileng gore o to go di tshwara kana go tlo go diragala jang?
I think there are so many more that are coming now that I found the way and I found the road. It's easy for me. I'm firing away.
So what you're saying is that once you have started, like it's easy peasy. You float. You do everything that you want to do.
Yes, I can do it. For me, writing is part of me. Like I said, I've been writing since primary school. So writing, it's my hobby, one of the most important hobbies, in my life. So no, I'm not stopping. December I'll be having 2 books, 2 books of book 2, and then a new book also. So December I'll be launching 3 books in December.
Tse santseng o di gatile tse le o tla bo di launcha.
No,
kana santse o di beile go
I think the other one I'll be launching it maybe next year June. The other one, yeah, but this one will just be 3 new books that I just got the inspiration to write.
Di include le tse kana ki di sele hela.
They are including, it will be book 2 of these 2 books and just 1 independent book. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. What can you say maybe to Batswana ko gae in regard to your writing, or maybe that is something that you want to say regarding the Stool and the Sand, or fully sponsored by God?
As a parent, as a guardian, please buy fully sponsored by God for your child. I was once a child, but I read a book, and a book put me back on the right pedestal. So I am saying to them at home, buy a book, especially this one, fully sponsored by God, for your child, for your boy child, your girl child. It will help them. I believe that.
Viewers all at home, that's Lesedi Lucia Rebayeng. And I know o kwatile yone buka tse pedi so far. Tse leng gore ke ya The Stool and the Sand. Le yone leng gore e bua gote fully sponsored by God. And Melusha supa ile gore she'll be having a book launch ka September le
on the 6th of September.
On the 6th of September, go leng gore le ka itshwaraganya le ene mo mogaleng wa gagwe la bua le ene ha ile gore le batla gore le ithekele tsone di copy gore le ska tlolwa ke molaetsa wa tsone dibuka tsone tsena. And from myself, Kenile Sithako, goodbye.